Hey everyone, a couple minutes late. Excited to be here. So I'm actually going to share this with a couple of folks. Hey Margie, how are you, love? So excited to be here. Yay. Hi, love. Great to connect with you here. Yes, and Kelly Ann. So excited, and more folks. So I'm just going to share this to a couple of pages. Hi, aloha, Jamie. And then we're going to get started. This will probably be about, I think I usually run 35 to 40 minutes, but I do take personal questions towards the end. So let me just share and see what happens here. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. It's so great to connect with all of you. It's so great to have a voice to be able to connect. You know, I had the viral laryngitis. I'm still healing. So it's so great to be here. So just sharing a little more and then we'll begin. Let's see. Okay. Awakens. There we go. So I have like 3 pages, so I'm sharing all of that. Well, welcome to our full moon and Akashic Records session today. And hey, Maria, how are you? Full moon is actually happening this evening, but we're already in preparation for it. The moon is already in Pisces. The moon is already in Pisces. And hola, Javier, how are you? ¿Cómo estás? Hi, Barbara, how are you? Excited? And so I want to begin. I also took notes. So I'm also going to give a little brief horoscope for everyone, and that's new for me. I don't tend to do that. And I usually don't do a lot of notes, but I decided to do some so I could throw in a horoscope for people as well. But before we begin, I really want to clear the space for all of us. I have some sage here. Now, when we're talking about a full moon, hi Sylvia, how are you? When we're talking about a full moon, we're talking about the culmination of the energy. Right? When we're talking about a new moon, we don't see the moon in the sky. Of course she's there, but she is, you know, recharging and reconnecting. And so when we see the dark of the sky, that's a time to clear and release and let go. Hey, Kelly. And then the moon starts waxing and it starts growing, right? We start to see the crescent. We start to see more and more and more of her. At this time, any of the plans that we have begin to grow, begin to expand. As we reach the full moon, it's a really, really wonderful time to sit down and welcome in all of the wholeness. You know, a lot of times, especially for spiritual folks, we're very critical of ourselves. We're like, well, I was able to work out, but my relationships aren't working, or I'm very spiritual, but I haven't been doing my work. And so in this full moon, hey, Charlotte, in this full moon, I believe that there is a deep invitation for us to accept all parts of ourselves. It is the wholeness of the moon. We're not just those parts that we like, right? Because a lot of us, you know, consciously, unconsciously, we've been taught to trot out the aspects of ourselves that we like. You know, the good girl, the sexy girl, whatever it may be, the good woman, the nurturing woman, or the badass, whatever it is that we have thought has value for us, right? Our mask. And so I believe that this full moon is truly inviting us into deeper awareness of all of our wholeness, including our shadows. And it's asking us, because we just came out of a new moon, and you know, new moon is awesome for getting shiz done, but new moon is also awesome to kick our ass and for us to be self-critical if we don't kind of keep it moving. So we had a new moon 2 weeks ago where hey Sylvia, good afternoon everyone, where we were invited into more discernment, where we were invited into doing the things that we needed to do, the shiz we needed to take care of, right? And if we didn't do it, this full moon's coming in like, I forgive you and I love you. Now, for some of you, that may not make sense because you'll be like, wait a minute, I didn't get the shit done. I should kick myself and get it going. But as we know, if we're not loving ourselves, we don't grow from criticism. We don't grow from getting our booty, you know, kicked with no kindness. We may grow from tough love, but we grow from understanding. We grow from loving ourselves and forgiving ourselves. And then the next question becomes, right, after we love ourselves and say, okay, I love and accept myself even if I didn't get the things done during Virgo season, right? When you can sit in your own compassion and your own self-love and your own acceptance, at that point you can ask yourself, right, what about the things that I didn't get done? What about that is so important to me? What about that can change my life? Because a lot of times when we don't do certain things or we don't get shiz done, it's because we have a subconscious fear or we have something going on within us that's holding us back, right? So I'll share with you. So I am moving all my pages, I have a lot of web pages, to one platform. I usually can move really fast. I've been known to translate and create a website in 17 hours, okay? I'm crazy. And I'm not like a tech wizard, but I did it. WordPress, I taught myself. So I can move really, really fast. Hi, Don. Hi, Dario. So I can move very, very fast. Now, I didn't move as fast during this Virgo period, right? And I had to love myself through it because I'm like, wow, I'm not the quick badass that gets shit done, which I am. And I had to love myself and ask myself, what about this resistance? What about this stuff that's coming up that's not letting me move forward, right? What is it? And I understood what it meant for me. It meant for me that if I have everything on one website and I get everything going exactly the way I want, that there's going to be no excuse for me to do my book proposal. And that if I do my book proposal, I'm scared. I'm scared of what will happen. I'm scared also of letting go of the good life that I have and having to super focus on writing, even though I love writing. And so there are different aspects to our resistance. It's not just, well, I'm a lazy ass and I'm not doing what needs to be done. There's something deeper. And so that's why I say, as we come out of 2 weeks ago, the new moon in Virgo we had, right, and we start to now go into this full moon in Pisces, we need to have love and compassion for ourselves, because the love and compassion is going to open up those intuitive channels so we can understand what is at the heart of my resistance. Now, I'm lighting this up a lot. I don't want it to affect my throat. But I'm lighting up this sage, and I'm asking that Mother, Father, Sky, I'm asking higher self, angels and guides, great spirit, great goddess, to be here with us today. I'm asking for everyone who's attending or watching this at a later time, that they may be supported, that they may feel seen, validated, heard, and that they may connect with the deep knowing of their intuition, that they may connect to the deep knowing of their soul, and that they may allow themselves to flow in compassion and love for themselves and humanity, so they can shine in their own light, they can flow in their own intuition, and find the solutions and the answers that they need that are already existing within them. And so it is, so it shall be. Ashe, Ashe, Aho, Amen. All right. So we are in sacred space. Now, I think it's really important for us to claim sacred space. Everything is sacred. The earth is sacred. By us claiming the sacred space, we enter the oracle space, right? Now, talking a little bit more about the full moon, and then I'll start to take questions. Hi, Ria. Hi, Dario. Hola, ¿cómo están? Hi, Margie. So we know that we're coming from this new moon in Virgo that taught us and invited us to get shiz done. We know that not all of us got the shiz done, right? And so now as we step in with love and compassion, we can meet this harvest moon. We can meet this full moon. Hey, Alan. We can meet this full moon with greater compassion for ourselves. And when we have more compassion for ourselves, it's easier for us to have understanding and compassion for others. Because honestly, we do judge ourselves more than anyone else outside of us judges us, because we've internalized the voices of our critics, we've internalized the voices of our society, we've internalized that little voice of whoever it was, whether it was the kid on the schoolyard when we were little, whether it was that one teacher, whether it was our parents, whether it was that one girlfriend or one best friend who betrayed us. We start to internalize the voice, and we start to ask, well, maybe I am not good enough, and maybe it is my fault. And so what I'm inviting all of you into in this full moon, to step in with more compassion and love for yourselves. When we are held by our own compassion, by our own love, it is easier for our own intuition and our own confidence and our own awareness to step up to the front. We don't want that critic to be leading the parade. We don't want the critic within to be, stage forward with our higher self, like all hidden backstage going, psst, psst, you forgot the lines. You want us to be able to invite, right, to love that critic, keep him there, give him a role, right? to love them into healing. But we want to invite our higher self, we want to invite our intuition into the front stage. Now, most native cultures name all the full moons based on various elements of the natural world and its cycles, right? So this full moon is closest to the autumn equinox, which is happening, I think, like in 10 days, right? Autumn equinox. And so this is called the harvest moon. This year, the equinox is on the 23rd, and it is the September full moon occurring 9 or 10 days before the equinox. So we are now dealing with the harvest moon. At 9:33 p.m. Pacific time tonight, right? So it's still today, right? That's the 13th, the sacred day, the odd day, the wild card. We still have the moon coming in on the west coast at 9:33 p.m. and it's coming in for the rest of us on the east coast at 12:33 p.m. And it will be exactly opposite the sun at 21 degrees of Virgo. And so what it's going to form is this. I took some notes, so I'm looking down and I'm looking up. So what it did and what it's doing is that it created this luscious space for us to love ourselves with more compassion, right? But because of its proximity to the earth, the full moon is going to look larger and brighter than it has at any other time in this 29-day cycle, right? And it's also, thank you, love, sending you so much love. I have to say, for those of you who've known me for years and in person, I'm going through a really, really happy time in my life. It doesn't mean that things are perfect, but I am very, very happy. I've done a lot of healing work. So thank you, Marianne, for saying that and seeing that. But getting back to the full moon. So this full moon is an energetic doorway, and it's open to illuminate new possibilities and perspectives that can be used, right, to integrate and balance the opposing energies of the signs of the sun and the moon. Because sun is still in Virgo, right, which is like, get your shiz done, right? And then Pisces is like, I just want to hang out. So we've got the get your shiz done and I want to hang out. So if we can love up the Virgo, we can get things done with more flow, right, and more intuition without punishing ourselves. We're not here to kill ourselves. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the laughter. We're not here to punish ourselves. A lot of us carry ancestral patterns, including me, where we're here to, like, you know, we work so hard. And so I feel like this full moon in Pisces is inviting us to own the critic, love ourselves, and understand that it is not natural to be on 24/7. Thank you for the hearts. I love you. It's not natural for us to be on 24/7. And trust me, I'm one of those people. I got tons of Gemini and I'm a sun in Taurus. So I'm like, I could do anything. You know, the bull. It's like, I could do it. But it's not meant to be that way. Even if you're an earth sign, a Taurus or a Cap or a Virgo, you're not meant to bust your behind all the time. The earth is not meant for that. And that's a particularly United States perspective. I think Japanese as well. I don't know about other cultures, but I know that Europeans hang out a lot, have way more vacations. So let's allow this full moon to give us a break that we are needing. Whether or not our inner judge or inner critic is going, well, you don't need it because you've been relaxing. Nonsense. Love him up, give him a margarita, and tell him to chill on the couch because we're all going to do some meditation during this full moon, right? So we've got to love that part of ourselves. With the Virgo Pisces polarity, let me have a sip because, you know. And we've got a beautiful little Virgo cup. Virgo, actually Pisces, I think, because he's in the stars and he's like a little rainbow, but yet he's like flying somewhere. Okay. So with the Virgo and Pisces polarity, the goal is to bring together Virgo's logic, discernment, and attunement to the realities of the physical everyday world, right? And the Piscean compassion, spirituality, intuition, and healing energies. We also have Neptune in Pisces. Neptune is amazing. It can create incredible talent and musical talents, etc. It could also drop us into the fog of denial, right? Hey, Alex. The fog of denial. It could drop us into the fog of lack of discernment. And so I feel that this full moon is inviting us to really look at reality beyond what we want to see. When we're full on Pisces, we're in this energy of, well, no, I want to see the good in people. No, I want to believe that things are good. Nothing wrong with seeing the good in people, but we also have to protect ourselves with boundaries. We have to create boundaries that can hold the goodness of our life and of our being and our expression on the planet. and honor ourselves while we're still honoring others. Susie, hi, love. And so the full moon is only about 4 degrees away, right, from this other opposition, which is Mars in Virgo and Neptune in Pisces. And so you've got this push. What I would say, without getting too jargony in astrology, is to really make time for your intuitive awareness. If you're busy and you have children, try to do it on the toilet. I know it's very human and practical. Try to do it in the bathroom. Try to do it in a shower. Do it while the kids are sleeping. Allow yourself to drop in. And I would say that the question for this full moon, right? What illusion or a myth am I being asked to release during this time? What illusion or myth am I being asked to release during this time? There could be an illusion of, if I work hard enough, I'll get through. There could be an illusion of, I don't have all the resources. I don't have the right look, so I'm never going to succeed. So we need to drop in and ask ourselves, and journal if we need to, what illusion or myth about my world or myself do I need to release or transform at this time? And then asking your higher self, what richly intuitive, spiritually luscious new belief do I need to bring in? For some it could be, and I say it's simple, but it's not that simple. It could be as simple as saying, you know, I am completely supported and loved on my journey. Allies, opportunities, and support are on their way at every turn. Whatever it may be that's going to support you. So releasing some illusion that you have about yourself or the spiritual world, and bringing in a new mindset that's going to support you in your life. There's also a mutable cross going on in the signs. So Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Gemini. Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Gemini. You're going to feel this a little more. You're going to feel the push and pull. You might feel like you have to make a big choice. You might feel like there's a big opportunity coming and you don't know where to go. Drop in. Nothing wrong with asking friends. Nothing wrong with connecting to a healer. Nothing wrong with looking outside. But it's really important for you to drop in. Let's see for my other notes. So I'm going to give a couple of full moon horoscopes, just sharing really quick. And then I'm going to go into, hi Kira, and then go into quickly taking some questions and answering them. So we know what we're dealing with. Remember, we're dealing with the critic and internalizing and loving the critic. A lot of us want to find aspects of ourselves or bump into aspects of ourselves that we don't like, right? The shadow, that, I was mean in that situation, or, I didn't like that, I didn't know all the information. You know, these different aspects of ourselves that we don't like, we really need to integrate them during this beautiful full moon. And remember, it's going to be the largest full moon. It's a powerful time of the year, harvest time. Absolutely, absolutely. And that's why I feel like not only are we, as you said, the harvest time, which is looking back through the year and saying, you know, what have I accomplished? What have I learned? But to finally be at peace with ourselves. I mean, and there is no finally, right? Because it's a process. And next year we'll be here doing the same thing. To celebrate what you've brought into your life, to celebrate the lessons, even if they've been bittersweet, and to honor yourself by embracing your inner critic, by embracing that we don't know everything and maybe getting help. I think that the full moon in Pisces, you know, it's the sign of the mystic. It's the sign also of the one who's in love with alcohol or drugs. It's the escapist. It's the mystic. It's the musician. And if you can allow it to carry you on its own inspirational journey, we're going to find that a lot of us could receive visions of where to go next. So it's really, really important for us to take this time this weekend, drop in, light a candle if you can. If you can't, do whatever is available to you, and allow yourself to really drop in, because you're going to get very, very special information. I took some notes for the different signs. Remember, this is generalized. We need to look at your actual natal chart to know where this lunation is happening, where the full moon is hitting your chart. But just in general, for Aries, your old beliefs are dissolving already. Be open to them, because new awarenesses are emerging, right? For Taurus, you're going to be releasing toxic relations and recognizing what is real. Taurus, you're going to be letting go of what doesn't work for you in relationships. You're just going to be like, you know what? I can't fake this friendship anymore. Gemini, there's going to be letting go of where you thought you needed to be or where you needed to go, and career dreams are going to be coming up for you and showing you the way, right? So with Cancer, there's going to be, it's really important for Cancer to love themselves because their inner critic can be so strong. And that's why, you talk about the shell and hiding behind the tenderness. Cancer, lead with your vulnerability. Lead with your love. We really, really need this. Thank you, Sochiti. Sochiti, how are you? Mwah, I love you, lady. Can't wait to connect with you. Yes. And then Leo, opening up to abundance. Like, there's a money story that's holding you down, Leo. So dive into that. Ask your higher self, well, what belief do I need to release here? Obviously, it doesn't happen overnight, but with this full moon, it just might. Miss you too, love. Can't wait to connect. Virgo. So truth is going to be revealed, right? Not trying to strategize everything. It's almost like giving people enough rope to hang themselves. I know it sounds terrible, right? But it's like, don't rush in, Virgo. Sit back, observe what's happening and unfolding, and you'll know what is unfolding, and you'll know what to do instead of coming in with the facts and boom, 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 boom. Sit back and observe. So Libra, a mystery health issue gets solved, right? And or becoming aware of a story behind a health situation. Maybe it's a fear that you've inherited something from your family, whatever it is, but there's something about a health situation that is going to be cleared where you're going to get more information. For Scorpio, romance and love is highlighted, right? But it's really important for you, Scorpio, to connect to what your real desire in love is, instead of acting cool about it or acting like it's not that important or acting like I'm tough, I'm badass. It's important for you to get connected to that larger vision. Sagittarius, you need to really slow down, right? Because we have a mutable cross right now that affects you as well. Slow down, reconnect, right? Reconnect with family, reconnect with those that you've lost touch with, because there are things you need to be aware of. There are things you need to open up to. Capricorn, you're going to be getting some clarity on an agreement, something that was written, some contract. You need to have clarity on agreements. And if it's not a contract, there are always agreements that we have with others that are just secret, right? Hi, Liz, that are secretive, that are underneath the surface. It's time for us to pay attention to these contracts. And that's for Capricorn, right? Paying attention to contracts and agreements, whether they're in physical, tangible form, or maybe they're emotional. Aquarius, you're going to be either patching up areas in your money-making part of your life. So either your job, you're going to realize where something's falling through, or looking at how you're wasting time or money. There's something, hey Liz, there's something about this full moon that's going to highlight that for you as well. For Pisces, as you shed a layer, you're going to be able to commit to yourself more. So Pisces, it's really, Pisces are so watery and they don't have boundaries, right? And this depends on their natal chart. They can have tough-ass boundaries. So I'm being, I'm generalizing. But a Pisces in general is like watery and just fluid. There's a fluidity, intuition, and sensual flow. What you need to do is commit to yourself, because once you commit to yourself, everything else falls in line. Pisces are always committing to the vision of the twin flame or the sacred love or the sacred mission. They need to commit to themselves. There's nothing wrong with committing to yourself. So I hope that these brief horoscopes have helped. I usually don't do that. I usually talk more about the full moon. I talk about Pisces or the full moon and what sign. But I wanted to share that and go a little more in depth. So I'm going to look at this. So I'm going to take about 5, I think I can take 5 questions today. So if you want to write something really brief, or a question that's really brief, that I can read easily, I will definitely, since we opened up the space, we're already in the Akashic Records. Hi, are you having another special for people on this live? Also, do you have any advice for how to get back to eating wholesomely? I have really been craving sugar and flour lately. Kira, yes, thank you for reminding me. So for everybody who's watching this, either live or after, my usual 30 minutes is $150. If you're on here now, I'm offering a special of $97. Just PM me. I'll put the link in here anyway, but you can PM me if you're interested. And we can really dive in and get very specific with your questions. Obviously, the full moon in Pisces and what's happened astrologically is affecting all of us. But then when we look at your Akashic Records privately, there'll be even more information. Thank you, Kira. Okay, so advice. Okay, the reason that you're falling off, for Kira, the reason that you're falling off your food right now, and craving sugar and flour is that you are up leveling, right? You're up leveling. And so while your soul knows that you need to up level, it's also scared. It's scared. And so you're reaching for those things that make you feel comfortable. You're reaching for the things that, it's like old Kira, it's the part of you that like needs some comfort and some sweetness to face the possibilities of failing, to face possibilities of not being able to do it. Your guides are saying that one of the ways that you could do it is by actually working with somebody else. So it doesn't mean that you have to pay someone, but maybe getting a friend. It's like more accountability where you actually talk about your feelings. Because what you need more of is you need to be seen and heard. So if you have a friend that you could do accountability with about your eating, and both of you keep an eating diary and then talk about what makes you feel that way, you're going to be feeling seen and heard, so it's going to be easier for you to make better food choices. That's what I'm hearing for you. And also to know that your guides love you and they're with you, and you really need to take the steps that were given to you to be able to be who you are in this world. You really do carry a big message. You really do carry an energy that so many need to hear and see and feel. And it's time. And it is scary, your guys are saying, so to love yourself through it and get a friend who can help you through accountability. Sending you so much love. I hope that supported you, Kira. Sending you so much love. This is so good to hear for others and what they're feeling. Thank you, Kellyanne. I have rage and anger inside, and I don't know where it comes from and how to get rid of it. Sylvia. So, I mean, I literally see you getting like all these pillows and connecting to the energy of rage and like hitting it. I know it may feel ridiculous or seem ridiculous, but this rage isn't just yours. You're an empath as well, so you pick up energy from other people. And it's for all the times that you had to be quiet. You're pissed. And it's not just the pissed from this life. It's also the energies around you. And it's also past life pissed. You are carrying a lot of anger. And I don't know, because I'm not looking at your chart, but it feels like your Lilith is being affected. Like Lilith is, the first woman who didn't want to lay under Adam. And so she's been demonized. And she's this wild woman. And so what your guides are telling me is that you have a facade, which I was talking about. We all do, right? We all have a mask or facade. And we also have a way of behaving and interacting with the world that allowed us to survive, right? For me, I was always the helper, like the older sister, taking care of people, helping, placing other people ahead of me, being the empath. And I still did things that I wanted to do. People may not have agreed with me, with my writing and my theater stuff. I still helped everybody. I did my stuff, but I really over time have allowed myself to be more and more and more and more who I am. So your guides are saying you're really pissed because of energy around you. You're pissed because of past lives. And you are just pissed because, let's just say that you're not a spring chicken anymore. I don't know how old you are. I mean, you're not, so advanced in age, but you're not a spring chicken. And there's a part of you that's like, damn it, a lot of my life I've shut down. I haven't shared what I know, and I haven't fully been myself. And it could be subconscious. So literally, you could get pillows all around you and just allow yourself to throw the biggest tantrum in the world. It'll help you. And if not, remember, I also do hypnosis. A lot of the work that I do has to do with going to the core of the issues, core of the pain, core of the sadness, core of the things that are binding us so our spirit can soar. We could be who we truly are in the world. I do this through hypnosis and Akashic Records and astrology and energy work and coaching, right? It's the whole big bundle. But that's what I'm hearing for you. And if you want to work further together, we can do that. I hope that resonated. I hope that it helped somehow. Sending you so much love, Sylvia. And Ria, a general message. Hey, Erica. So what I'm getting for you, Ria, it's really beautiful. I'm getting, like, you are so supported. You're so loved. Your guides are so around you. They adore you. They love you so much. And they're loving you like in a playful way. Like they're wanting you to come out playfully even more. Like you're doing well, you're doing more, you've been feeling better about certain things, but it's almost like, there's a love that's like really serious, like it's kind of solemn love, right? There's solemn love, and the expression of the love that I'm seeing for you is super playful, and they want you to play more, where you're not having to be the wise one all the time. I don't know if you had that growing up, or you were the wise one, the one who took care of people, the one who gave counsel. Your guides are telling you to take a little break from that. We know that it's your essence, they're telling me, but you need to laugh more and do silly things. You need to be the inner child that you weren't able to be. And it's in you, like they're showing me in your face, that when you laugh or smile, that it comes out in you. They're wanting you to give a more space to your inner child. So I hope that that resonates. I hope that that works. And what that's going to do is open you up, they're saying, to help guide you in your sacred work and in all the areas. Find a space within your life where you could play more. Okay? I hope that serves you. And let's see how many people I did so far. And thank you for being here and staying on here. So we were Kira, and we talked to Sylvia, and just did Ria. We're going to go to Kelly. And I just wanted to ask, you all know that there's so many issues on Facebook. There's so many issues on Facebook in terms of not allowing people to see us. And it becomes really difficult. So if you feel like I've supported you, if you feel like anything that I shared today, whether astrological or you're hearing somebody else's wisdom and it's resonating with you, if you could just share on your page or share on your personal page or however, because I love my work and I want to keep flowing with it. But social media, you know, is getting a little tight on me, and I'm an expansive soul, and my North Node's in Pisces, people. So this full moon is lighting up my career sector and telling me to show up and be the mystic that I am. And here I am. So thank you for sharing in advance. Kellyanne, where is the best place to put my attention for shifts I'm ready for? Ooh, okay. So I got this directly. Take the steps that you've been scared to take. Take the steps that you've been scared to take, because they show me like you have kind of like an image or, you know, a pathway of what you think like that you should be doing, like the steps of how you should be climbing your mountain. They just said the best place for you to put your attention for the shifts you're ready for is take the steps that you're scared of. That's what you're supposed to do, Kellyanne. Take the steps that you're afraid of, that you've been afraid of, because you're okay where you've been, you know, you've been like floating, and then you grow, and you're always growing, you're always learning, but it's ready, it's time for you to up level. And you're telling me that it's not only time for you to up level in terms of just the life you want to live and how you want to live it and with who you want to live it with, like maybe bringing in more people. I think you have good people around you, but even more people, maybe your partner or a deeper connection to this partner, a deeper next level, but also a change of clients. So there's got to be a change of clients, they're telling me. And the way that you're going to get it is by taking the steps that you've been afraid to take. So I hope that helps, Kellyanne. Susie, great to hear the horoscopes. Thanks for sharing those. The badass Scorpio. Yes, girl, own your vision of love. Own it every day. You know, some people might laugh, but I mean, I literally envisioned a lot of what I wanted in a partner. And it's so funny because before I found the one that I have now, my last one also kind of filled a lot of it, right? But he wasn't the person, but he filled it. And so as I've gone through and we hold on, and it's like, when I say hold on, I don't mean it in a possessive, earthy way, but it's like keeping it in our energy field, that it is important, that love is important. Because what happens to a lot of us spiritual folk, especially if we're separated, divorced, or alone, we start to go, well, my mission is the most important. This is more important. We try to push the love away. And it's really important for us to make it center stage. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I was working so much when I lived in New York that I didn't have a hobby, right? I had to let go of belly dance. I used to belly dance, right? Belly dance. So I love belly dance. Now I do tons of improv. My life became so much about my work that I didn't even make time for a partnership. And I had to own that I really wanted it. That as fine as my life was without a partner, that I wanted to have that. And once I did and made time to date, everything shifted and changed. So we have to own what's important to us. We have to give time and invest time in what's important. If you say like, you want to write a book, give time for that book. If you want to build a business, give time for that business. We have to honor that which we say is our priority. Kira, thank you. So much love. Erica Bardot, is it time for me to move away from San Diego? What I'm feeling for you is, yes, there's a place that's going to be more loving for you. it feels like San Diego had a good energy for you, but then now, Erica, I don't know, you've had some like harsh truths come to you, or some really like shocking realities this past year, and it's gonna get better, they're telling me, but there's also a need to renovate the soil, pick up the roots and plant it somewhere else, right? Because they're just sharing with me new. It's almost like something old had to be broken down in some way, not completely, for something new to take. And I keep seeing like new roots, new sprouts. You're bringing the old roots, but you're also creating new ones. And I'm hearing from you I'm hearing for you as well to not feel bad about asking for support. It's important for you to ask for support, Erica. And your guides are sending you a lot of love. I don't know if you know that you have a lot of galactic guides. So you have more like, I don't know if you know that you're a starseed. So you have energies that are from other places. And so that's why, as much as you may feel like, yes, you're part of it, a lot of times you feel like you're not. You're still kind of adjusting, though you've lived here many lifetimes on Earth, to dealing with Earth life. Because for you, I'm hearing mental intuition. It's like you usually get something and then you want to see it done, and then how slow molasses Earth world can really be a drag for you. So I hope that this served you. Sending you so much love, Erica. Karina, hi Anya. Let's see what Karina says. Thank you. I've decided to take 2 weeks off social media to reconnect with my spirit and revamp my website. How do I bring balance and harmony into my life? It's a challenge to balance work and personal life. I'm a Virgo, Leo ascending, and Cancer moon. Thank you. And it makes so much sense, right? Because your Virgo, your Virgo is like work, health, and like priestess, because that's Virgo is really the priestess energy. And then Leo's like, I gotta share it, I gotta put it out there, I gotta live it. And then Cancer's like, I want to be home with my family. That's where I get nourished too. And so you've got all these beautiful things moving through. So it's really perfect for you to take 2 weeks off social media to revamp your website. You really have everything that you need. What they're showing me is that you've been a generalist up till now, or somewhat of a generalist. Karina, they're guiding me to get a little more specialist. I'm not telling you to niche out, because, you know, I really haven't niched out myself. I mean, I help people with their intuition, but my work is really about going in and, you know, uncovering the ancestral self, past lives, and doing that to help people build their businesses and shine their light. But it's not so niched out, right? So for you, it's about going from the generalist to the specialist. And that's where you need to drop in. And when you become the specialist, and I know that you want to serve as many people as possible. Like they're showing me, you're like, no, you want to serve as many people as possible, and you will, because they're going to be like free stuff that you're going to have on your website or other ways that people can connect with you. But you've got to get a little more specialized. And so what happens when you get more specialized, the people are going to be like, that's my person, got to go to her. And then you're going to have more time. So specialize. Again, not nicheify. You don't have to nicheify, but specialize in something that you're really great at doing. And that's going to give you more time. And then I'm seeing you literally blocking out time on your weekend or in your day to spend time with family without the fear that you're missing out on something, okay? So that's really what they're giving me for you. So I hope that helped. But it had to do with the work sector, from generalist to specialist, and then blocking things out. It's going to give you time. And knowing that you're here for the long haul. This is not a one-time shot deal. This is not overnight. You know this. This is your way of life. You've incarnated to be the priestess, the healer that you are. This is what you're doing. It's going to go through ups and downs. But it is time for you to spend a little more time with your family, because everybody grows up, right? And things change. Sending you so much love, Karina. I hope that helped. Shama, hello, beautiful lady. Hello, Sylvia. Thank you very much, Vanessa. I'm grateful for your support. You're so welcome. And it's okay. You know, I was afraid of my anger. I was afraid of my upset. I took a lot of pride as a little kid of being calm, you know, peaceful, the helper, which is what I do as an oracle, right? So I was in training at a young age. But I had to also get in touch with more of my fierce self that owned my anger, because anger is not a bad thing. Anger shows you that your boundaries have been crossed, damn it, and we're not going to take that anymore. And it's okay. We can love our anger. Anger is not, you know, I love a book. Sylvia, read this book called Rage Becomes Her. The author slips my mind right now, but Rage becomes her. I'm still finishing it on Audible. It is such a good book. And when you hear that book, you're like, of course, of course, of course. Of course, women suffer from so much depression and anxiety. Of course, women suffer from all these issues. We've been trained and taught to shut up. And whenever we open our mouths, we talk too much. In the book, there's a study that shows that they studied men and women, and men speak more than women in general. So figure it out. The minute a woman has the stand, of course it's going to seem like she talks so much because she hasn't been able to before. So there we go. So sending you so much love. Ria, yes, 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 all of this. Yeah, okay, Ria, good. Shama, that excited me too, whoever you just did that for. Yes, 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 yes. Embracing, you know, so let me talk a little bit about Pisces. So Pisces is flow, it's intuition. I mean, on the other side, it could be escapism. But it's also writing. It's also poetry. It's also play. It's also music. It's also improv. You know, my North Node's in Pisces, which means my destiny's in Pisces, spiritual teacher, mystic, to intuition flow. But it's also to just be who I am in the moment. I take notes down to read some off now. When I come here, I surrender to spirit and allow spirit to move me, right? So, and my South Node in Virgo, which is my past life, was like I needed everything detailed. So in this life is just living, you know, faith over fear. So we are learning to play more. Hey, Andrea. Hola, Rodrigo. Hi, Jamie. Take the steps you're afraid of, Jamie. Thank you, love. Andrea, I'm glad I caught you. I swear this has been my lucky day, Friday the 13th, and a full moon. Yes, Andrea, it is. It is. It is. I'll probably need to watch the replay, though. I'm pretty late. No worries, love. No worries. It is here for us. Shama, I'd love some clarity around my romantic life and dating phase for a long time. I feel tapped in and have direction in business, and I'm in trust, but romance was on the back burner. No more, though. Good, good, good. That's how I've met my partner. I had to make it important. Make it important. And what I'm getting very strongly is to look at it as with curiosity and exploration. What happens when we've already been through things, when we've already been through loss, when we've been through change, is that we start to get, and the word is not bitter, little jaded, a little like, oh, I know what this is about. And so we go on the communication, and then it's like, What they're asking is that you just be curious. And instead of, and this is not about, you know, spiritually bypassing what you feel, but it's more like, instead of when you see the dick pics or the weirdness, instead of going, again, which is a normal response, right? It's really you to laugh and be like, oh my God, what a child. Okay, next. Like, okay, next. Like, look at it from a space of exploration and curiosity, the dating scene, and then really, really spend some time in your Akashic Records, spend some time with yourself, feeling rather than thinking, feeling like, how do you want to feel with this person that comes into your life? And how do you, like, do you imagine this person touches you a lot, holds your hand a lot? Do you imagine that you cook together? Do you imagine that they're as spiritual as you, or they're different? What are you bringing in? And then living as if you're in it. And I know that you've heard this before. I totally see you with somebody. I see you with someone, and it's beautiful. If this person is a little younger than you, so you might get somebody that's, but a little bit younger, not a lot younger. Maybe like 2 years younger, 3 years younger. It might happen that way. Or this person looks younger, and maybe they're your age. It's okay, right? Because they could be younger in years, but it doesn't mean that they're immature. But I see somebody with a lot of energy. I'm seeing somebody who's athletic, who's slim, intelligent, outgoing, and he's not someone you have to fix. He's not somebody with like deep, dark baggage and secrets. This guy's going to be very like, what you see is what you get, right? So he's just going to be up and honest in your face, like, this is who I am. And you're going to need to keep dating in order to find him. Because remember this, and this is for everybody who is dating or looking for a partner. A lot of people are like, but I had a vision. I'm not going to meet my person through the online space. And then they're like, but why am I getting to go back online? Because I've met tons and tons of people that when they're on the online space, they then walk down the street or go to a party and meet their person. being open or having a door open is you saying to the universe, I am open for what you're sending to me, right? It's like I've met many people who actually adopted a baby and then, I don't know, 6 months later got pregnant after they've been told they couldn't have children. So it's this thing about opening the door. So get back online, get back on exploring, Shama, because I see the person, I see them clearly, and we're going to laugh about this and talk about this in years to come. So sending you so much love, and I'm so glad you're on board with your business. You're amazing. Sending love. Hi, Raisa. Own what's important to us. Thank you, Jamie, for writing things down. We moved to New York to Texas, and it's been great. Was too busy, although I do miss the New York autumn. Of course you do. Absolutely. I'm in Pennsylvania now, girl. It's so different. There's an autumn here, but it's not a New York autumn. Thank you, Vanessa. I'm about to go for a hike, and the clients I desire to be working with have been on my radar this week. So good. Enjoy yourself, beautiful lady, and may you be blessed. Hey, Jackie, Yaritza, hola. ¿Cómo están? Okay, I think Jamie might be my last person. I think so, because we're at 2. I've been focusing so much on making a beloved partnership a priority. I feel like my career is waiting. How do I focus on partnership while allowing space for it to come in? It's so interesting. Focusing on it, they're showing me like in your heart space, there still needs to be a little more healing, Jamie. And you know, we're never ending in process, right? And so I feel like in your heart space, there still needs to be like a clearing or some healing work that you need to do. I see your partner very clearly as well. There's still a little fear in there, like a little tiny root of I'm too much for people. The fear of too much, or maybe somebody said that to you, or you've experienced that, like you feel too much, like you want too much, or you are too much, like you're a whole, you know, you're the priestess and temptress and warrioress and healer and all of it, right? And feeling almost like you are too much. So heal that little part that's still in there. It could be subconscious, but it's in there. It's like a little, like you've worked on it before. And then allow yourself to spend time in your work, in your business, in your message, and just be open, because being in your work is also going to bring you the person. Your person is either in personal development part-time, meaning that they do it for their own personal development, but they have another job, right? Or there's somebody in it. I think maybe they have another job, but I see that there is a person that's going to come and stay. Also clarify what you really want. Do you have, and I think you have already, do you want to have a good time? Do you want it to last? Do you want marriage? Do you want a long life together? Do you, what do you want? And you know what, and just claim it, right, within yourself. So if you can do that little healing, if you can focus in on your work and shine and be your amazing self that you are in the light, your person's going to be attracted to you, and they're going to be able to hold that. They're going to be able to hold the magnificence that you are. Sending you so much love. I hope that served you, beautiful lady. Keep shining. Monica Pacheco, hola, Florida. Erica, oh wow, thank you so much, spot on. Sending you so much love, Erica. I know it's not easy. For anybody who's hopping on, remember that there is a special offer. Usually my 30 minutes is $150, but I'm doing a $97. Just PM me, where I'll put the link in at the top after the video, or maybe in the body of it. Karina, thank you. You're so welcome. Oh, Kira, thank you so much. Thank you, my love. Kira, love you. Karina del Peso, total goosebumps. Many blessings, sister. So good to see you. Yeah, so much love. Let me know, Shama. Sandy Mahalo sent you a question. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. Let me go back and see if I skipped somebody. But I only wanted to do 5. Let me see. I have Kira, Kelly, Sylvia, Karina. Okay. Let's see. I don't see Mahalo. Okay. So I did more. I think I did like 7, but it's okay. We're moving forward. Yes, thank you for sharing. Rage becomes her. It is so good, that book. It's so important. Hey, Pia. Barbara, how are you? Thanks, V. I have to prepare for my love, but I shared my group. Mi gracias for the divine guidance. Thank you, my love. Thank you for sharing. I meant live, although it is love. Yes, it is. Yes, I met him online, but he knows everyone I know. Right. You're right. I don't know this, but hearing it, I do know this, but hearing it, feeling it now is so powerful. Like, keep going playfully. Got me emotional, and Pisces Moon amplifies it. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, because looking for love can become such a serious thing, you know, and then we've done it for so long. We've done the work. We've, you know, a year before I met my partner, I called a psychic who probably was annoyed with me, who I'd called before. And I was like, when I've done the work with the ancestors. I pulled the swords out of my heart. You know, I've done therapy. Like, when does the person come that lasts, right? And I've had really good loves in the past, but I wasn't ready. And, you know, she was like, you got to do more work. I'm like, yeah. But she saw him and she said he wasn't in New York. And I saw images of him and me leaving my empty apartment, like looking out and seeing my empty apartment, thinking it, and turning around to a shoulder that was taller than me. And my partner's 6'2", so his shoulder's up there. Yes. You're amazing. We love you. Pia, I love you so much too. Jamie, beautiful, well said, resonated, a beloved partnership, a lifetime. Yes, yes, own it. Sandy, so the 30-minute, just PM me. I'll send you a link. You book a time from my calendar that works for you. My assistant will send you a conference call number. You come on the call, so do I. And I record it so you don't have to take notes. You don't have to remember everything. If you want a Zoom, we could do a Zoom. But the call works perfectly well. And sometimes even more because, see, I see a little icons on the left, but most of you, I haven't met you. Some of you I have. It's better when I'm just receiving from spirit. And so we both get on the call. I open the records. I share what comes up, and then you ask personal questions, and we work through it. And depending on what's happening for you, Sandy, or anyone else, we might heal through something. We might manifest in the Akashic Records. We might release it. And then I'll send you an invoice through PayPal or Venmo or however it works. But yes, thank you. And Suzanne, hi, love. Sandy, I hope to be able to support you privately. And Barbara Marlowe. And so as we close today, I want to share 2 more things before you go. I want to thank you for being here and being part of my community. I've known so many of you for years. Some of you, it's new. A lot of you I don't know in person, and some of you I've belly danced with in class. And I'm honored to be flowing in the same energy. I'm honored to be here. Many of you may know that I started reading people at 16. Then I lied and said I don't have the gift anymore because I wanted to be a teenager. And I started reading professionally at 22 when I joined when I started to read professionally at 22. And, you know, it's been over 25 years. This is my sacred work. And I can say that not only do I love tapping in and supporting people, but also it's my truest gift and desire to support you in shining your light. 2 more things. I have a retreat coming up in March of 2020. I think I still have, I have open spots left. And the retreat's in Duncannon, Pennsylvania. It's on 133 acres of land. I have special people coming on to guide it with me as well. Tracy Hamilton will be drumming and doing a lot of the ancestor journey. So we'll be starting at the ancestors, where we've been, where we are, where we're going. There'll be a lot of healing. We did it this year and it was so transformative. I'm getting messages from people. Thank you. I've done sessions with V. I cannot say enough wonderful things about my time with her. Thank you. Thank you, Susie. I've done many readings with Vanessa. As a healer myself, I consider her one of the best. Do it. Thank you, Shama. Thank you so much. And my second retreat is actually in Mexico. And that one's also filling up. I think I still have, I have quite a bit of, I have more for Mexico than less for March. So in March, I'm in Pennsylvania with the Spring Equinox retreat. And the one April 29th to May 3rd is in Mexico. And I'm working with a company that's located there. that will guarantee our safety. They're coming in with the vans, picking us up, taking us to Tulum for an archaeological trip. And then we're going to be on the Lake of Seven Colors, where we're going to be a lot of intuitive healing, connecting work to our sacred feminine, a lot of play, a lot of breaking through. And for me, really healing the sister wound, healing our blocks to our intuition, and rising in the next level of our lives for ourselves and others. So just wanted to share my 2 retreats. If you're interested, let me know. I will send it out. And bless you all for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for sharing me. And I will see you at the new moon. Bye, loves.